Hello, this is Supreme Lord Xander, currently coming to you from infiltrating an enemy base. This is a presentation on how to build a survival shelter, which you'll need to know for the upcoming survival outing. Take it away, narrator Xander.
So first, you're going to need to choose your site. Ideally, it will be dry, flat, not next to a body of water, not underneath any cliffs, falling rocks, or dead limbs which could fall on you. And then you're going to assess your needs. How many people are in your group? In your shelter, you could build a solo shelter, or perhaps you could go with a small group of people. How cold is it? Since it's going to be in late summer, you're probably not going to need too much insulation. And how long does your shelter need to last? Your shelter needs to last just for a weekend, so it doesn't need to be too sturdy, but you also want to make sure it will not fall apart. So then, in an actual survival situation, you'd need to consider what tools you have. I believe in the survival outing, we're going to have tarps, but no other actual tools that we'll be able to use, so we'll have to use what's around us. Then, and lastly, you're going to need to decide on a kind of shelter that you want to make. So there are many kinds of shelters, and I will go through a few of them. So one of them is a tarp shelter. It's pretty fast and easy to build. You just need to put a tarp between two trees and then put the sides out to create an interior. So it's very fast to build, it's very easy to build, and it can have multiple people, but it provides poor protection from wind and rain and could easily break. So then you could create a tarp teepee. For this, you need to gather some long branches and prop them up against each other like a teepee, and then wrap a tarp around it. So it's also suitable for larger groups, depending on the size. It provides good protection, and it's sturdy. However, it requires some patience and perhaps practice to build, and you need a very large tarp. And also there will be a hole at the top, so that could provide a point for rain to get in. So then you could create a fallen tree shelter by leaning sticks and branches up against a fallen tree that is supported above the ground, and then cover that in foliage or mud or dirt or anything else to insulate it. So it provides good protection, it's adaptable, and can be easily made with a few debris, or you could make it with a tarp. So you'll also have to be wary of the bugs or whatever else is in the log that you prop everything up against, and it will take some time to build. And also you'll have to be lucky enough to stumble upon a fallen tree. So another thing you could build is an A-frame shelter. So for this, it's kind of like the fallen tree shelter, except you can just find a large, sturdy branch that's fallen and prop it up between two trees, so you don't necessarily have to find a tree. And it has similar pros and cons to a fallen tree shelter. Thank you.